Hello and welcome everybody. I'm going to show you how to use the 3PL invoicing functionality within the PDMX add-on. 3PL invoicing functionality allows you to store stocks belonging to your 3PL business partners and send these partners monthly invoices for services. First, let's have a look at the business partner settings. 3PL business partners act as both supplier and customers, so we need to create multiple business partners for each 3PL partner. This is one of the customers who delivers us 3PL goods. Here, you can see that this customer has been linked to a supplier. Now let's load the supplier. And the supplier itself is linked to yet another customer, an invoicing customer. This is the customer we will send the 3PL invoices to. Now let's open one of the items delivered by our 3PL partners. Each 3PL item must be linked to a 3PL supplier by using the preferred vendor field. Here you can see that this Coca-Cola can has been linked to this vendor, which is a 3PL vendor. So when the default supplier of an item is a 3PL supplier, then this item is considered as a 3PL item of this supplier. We have created a specific zone for storing our 3PL stocks. So this is my zone, and this zone contains 8 bin locations. These locations already contain some stocks of the 3PL items. We can check the current stocks in the inventory report by filtering on the location type, on the location code. So these are currently the stocks on these 8 bin locations, and we see that we have 3 different 3PL items on these locations. For each of these 3PL bin locations, we have set up a location type. The daily 3PL storage costs will depend on the location type that is set for each bin location. If we open the location types, then we can see that for each location type we have set a 3PL daily storage price. So this means that every bin location of the type pallet will cost our partners $5.5 per day, and every bin location of the type shelf will cost our partners $3 per day. Here in the 3PL invoicing tab, we will find further settings. There are 7 types of costs that our 3PL invoicing module can calculate. For each cost type, you can define a non-inventory item which will be used on the 3PL invoice to represent that cost type. Inbound document count will calculate 3PL costs based on the number of goods received documents received in a given period. Inbound document line count will do the same, but based on the total number of lines in these goods received. And inbound item quantity will calculate the 3PL costs based on the total item quantity in these goods received. The cost per unit can be defined for each item separately on the item master data. The next 3 lines for outbound documents will calculate costs based on deliveries similarly to the inbound cost types. Storage bin location usage will calculate costs based on the daily usage of bin locations. The cost per location depends on the location types as we have seen earlier. You can choose which cost type to include in your 3PL invoicing policy. Only cost types for which you have set items will appear on the 3PL invoices. In this example, we have set items for each cost types. Now, let's create the 3PL invoices. In the PDMX menu, let's activate 3PL invoicing. This opens a selection criteria window. By pressing the List Partners button, all our 3PL partners are loaded into the list. If you select some partners in the list, then 3PL invoices will only be created for those partners. Otherwise, 3PL invoices are created for all 3PL partners in the list. On the top, we can select the period we want to create the 3PL invoices for. When we click on the Generate Invoices button, the system opens as many AR invoice windows as necessary for the 3PL invoices that need to be created. As you can see, in this example, 2 invoices have been created, 1 for each 3PL partner. These windows are opened in Add mode, which means that we can still modify them before they get created. The 3PL invoices contain all the items you have set up in the settings, and for each item, the related costs. This ends this presentation of the 3PL invoicing functionality. Thank you for your attention.